Man, I love mods, don't you? Adding stuff into games that change the gameplay and looks, and best of all, they're free. But there have been times someone tried to profit off mods, which apparently, depending on who you ask, is a big no-no. I mean, just look at Bethesda whenever they created the Creation Club. Steam tried doing the same with Skyrim as a way to support workshop creators, and they immediately took back their decision whenever they saw the backlash. But we have to differentiate between paywalling a mod and supporting modders, which is today's topic. I have two situations that recently happened that we can look at right now. Starting off with a YouTuber by the name of Swekta. God, I really hope I'm saying that right. Swekta is a YouTuber whose main focus of his channel is based around the game Bully by Rockstar Games, but they do also cover Rockstar news. Well, he and a group of modders were able to create a multiplayer mod for Bully, with new offerings such as custom minigames, cosmetics, and etc. They aren't the first people to create a multiplayer mod, as evident with the Bully multiplayer mod that you can look up and download right now. But for all intents and purposes, that mod is dead. Swekta stated in the video announcing this mod that the mod is in a playable state, but it has not reached its full potential. However, you can have early access to the mod in December if you wish to. How? By financially supporting the team through Ko-fi. That is also another word I don't know how to say. Apparently it's coffee, it looks like Ko-fi to me. At this point, if you go into the comment section, you'll see lots of talks about cease and desists and risks of being sued, and complaints about paywalling. Now the majority is jokes and everyone seems very excited for the mod, but negative comments stick out like a sore thumb, you know? I also made a YouTube short about this, and the comment that I got is a person calling this a scam, which I never believed it was. You can still find the Ko-fi link in the description of the announcement video, but clicking it just leads you back to the homepage. A week passes and Swekta releases an update video. In it, he announces the removal of early access and his desire to speed up the development, in order to still be able to release it in December. Everyone liked that, and all I can say in the situation is good on him, and it seems like he handled it perfectly. First, we talked about a multiplayer mod. Now let's talk about skins. Specifically for the game Super Smash Bros. Melee. A modder by the name of Mushis created a Mr. Game & Watch skin that turns that character into Balatro. You know, the jester from that one card game. And looking at the skin, you can tell that a lot of time and effort was put into it. The skin was released on August 21st, 2025, and looking at a tweet on X, you can see this went viral. And the comment section is negative to say the least. The biggest issue stems from the fact that A, he's creating a mod for a game they don't own, and B, the mod is of a skin from another game that they do not own. So why are you trying to paywall this? Well, Mushis, under the announcement of the Balatro skin, also put a Google Doc talking about why they paywalled this skin and why you have to subscribe to their Patreon to get it. It's a 13-page doc that talks about the process and how long it took them to create the skin and why they believe they deserve to paywall it. Now, with the backlash of the announcement of the Balatro skin, this person decided to meme it out a bit. Since everybody was talking about Nintendo and cease and desists and all that, you know what they did? They created another mod skin, which is a cease and desist letter. Just to set the timeline, the Balatro skin came out on August 21st, 2025, and the cease and desist skin came out on August 31st, 2025. In this time, you can look at the posts on Patreon, they're still up. Mushis was talking about the fact that the reaction was completely overwhelming, they were getting positive feedback, but at the same time, they were getting many negative comments and a lot of really bad comments that people should not be saying to each other. But hey, it's the internet, people can do whatever they want. And these things do take an effect on people's mentality. People do not care and they choose to harass people and insult them in any way possible. But you gotta remember, you by yourself doing that, yeah, it's just one person. But then if it accumulates and one person becomes 3 people and then 3 people becomes 20, and as we said, the tweet went viral, so God knows how many people were harassing this person. So on August 26, 2025, Mushies puts out a Patreon post. They talk about how the mods will be free, but they want to still use it as an incentive, so they would give people early access to encourage people to become members of their Patreon. And then after the early access period, the skins will be released publicly. Now fast forwarding to November 15th, whenever this person reappeared on my X feed, they created a new skin for ice climbers, turning them into Labubus. And even under this post, people are still mad at the fact that this person is paywalling skins. Even though the modder has stated that no, we are not paywalling, you can still get the skin, they just end up in early access first. This person has decided to lean more into making fun of the people complaining, so that's also very interesting to watch. Which brings us to the conclusion. Paywalling is still a thing that people do. I mean, look at the mods for like Minecraft. They believe they deserve the money for the time and effort they put into them. And I truly want to see what you think. Because one side talks about how they do not own anything that they are modding into the game. They do not own the base game that they're doing this to and they're trying to sell. While the other side is saying, oh, this is just a bunch of unemployed people talking about unemployed things. And I have talked to people in real life and I've asked them, would you be willing to pay for a mod? And a majority of the people have said it's situational, but I myself, I would never pay for a mod. But hey, that's just me. And that's the end of the video. Hey, did you enjoy it? Why not like, subscribe, and tell me in the comment section below, would you pay for a mod? And if you didn't enjoy this video, hey, I'm not gonna tell you not to dislike it, you can go right ahead. And I hope to see you here next time. See ya.